Hello everyone, after a long time. So as I mentioned in my about in my YouTube, now under both CS classes as well as law classes I will be taking. So this one is law. We have the so I will be covering the legal terms in law. Okay, so we have about 80 legal terms. ஸோ நம்ம ஒவ்வொன்றா பார்ப்போம். ஸோ லீகல் டேர்ம்ஸ் வந்து எதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னா, like to understand each and every word in the language of the court. So it assists the important meaning of the words. Okay, so in the words it is mostly covered in the court of law. So we will see it one by one. Firstly, we have abet. What is abet? To assist in the commission of an offense when one is present actively or constructively. ஸோ எப்போ ஒரு ஆள் வந்து ஒரு அஃபென்ஸில் வந்து ஈடுபடுறாரோ, he is committing an offense. Next one is accomplice. What is accomplice? One person associated with another in commission of an offense. இன்னொருத்தர் போய் ஒரு கிரைம் பண்ண போகும்போது இன்னொருத்தர் லைக் தேர்ட் பர்சன் இன்வால்வ் ஆகுறாரு அந்த கிரைம் கமெண்ட்ஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு. நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் ஆக்ட் ஆஃப் காட், an extraordinary circumstance which could not be foreseen. So human beings, மனிதர்கள் எதிர்பார்க்க முடியாத circumstance, it will happen. That is act of God. Accused, one charged with an offense. So any person who is charged, who is convicted with an offense is an accused. Amendment, correction of a defect in a writ or pleadings or in criminal proceedings. So it is the correction. Either we have any criminal proceedings, we have any pleadings, we have any writ, if there is any correction in that, it is known as amendment. Averment, allegation or affirmation made in the pleading. So pleading, when a pleading is happening, it is the affirmations, like இதுதான் நடக்குது, இதுதான் வந்து எனக்கு தெரியும், like we are affirming something. That is averment. Next one is bail. What is bail? Release of a person arrested on his giving security or accepting specified conditions. So when a person is arrested, he will be released on behalf of giving some kind of security, like enna kodupara appadina, like money or illa some security as specified. Next one is bailment. The delivery of goods by one person to another so that they might be used for some specified purpose and upon a condition that they shall be redressed. So bailment, it is the like bail, we will deliver some kind of goods to one person to the other so that the condition will be specified. So idu vandu the arrested person will give it. Next one is citation. Summons giving notice to a person to appear before the court. They are referring to a decided case of a legal authority in support of an argument. So some argument is going in the court அப்படின்னா அந்த கோர்ட் வந்து some person வந்து இப்போ so like okay I'm sorry, some argument is going in the court and the court வந்து சொல்லுது like one person is needed and he is not there in the city. So என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, they will give a notice to that person to appear before the court, okay, and they will decide the case in support of that person's argument. Next one is actionable, giving sufficient reason to take legal action. So it is a reason by any officer or any person for the legal action they are about to take. Okay, it is actionable. Next one is damages. Loss or harm, physical or economic, resulting from a wrongful or default. So it occurs to it is a loss or harm which occurs to a person which is physically or economically. So what is the result of it? It gives any wrongful act or default. It is damages. What is damages? It is a loss or harm, physical or economic, resulting from a wrongful act. So ஒரு wrongful actல இருந்து வர ஏதோ ஒரு loss இல்லைனா harm which is physical or economic, decree, a judgment or order of the court. It is the any court which gives judgment which gives order, it is decree. It is also known as decree. Good faith, action free from malified or dishonest intention. So any like any evil intention, any malified, any dishonest intention, which is opposite of this, is good faith. Guardian, one appointed to take care of another person, his affairs and property. So if any minor is convicted, or for example, if a minor is convicted in a case, and his property and his affairs and that person will be taken care of another person who is a guardian. Habeas corpus, that you have a body, bring the body before the court. So to plead any cases, in any pleading, the body should be in the court, which means a full human being should be present in the court to argue. Affidavit. An affidavit is a written statement which you swear is true and which may be used as evidence in the court. Like the advocates argue, they bring in some evidence, like any form of physical evidence or any form of non-physical evidence. So physical evidence, like the humans, we bring people. So they will confess something, they will swear something. So that confession will be used as an evidence in the court. So this is known as affidavit. Acquittal. An accused person is not guilty of his. So the next one is an accused person who is not guilty of his offense that he has committed. So if any person is not guilty, which is no mens rea is there, it is known as acquittal. Articles. What is articles? It is the clauses or rules in a document. Assent, a situation in which an argument has occurred. The expression of approval or agreement. So it is giving approval. It is to approve of something. It is to approve of an argument. It is assent. Next one is attested, to sign and witness any fact. So like the police officer sometimes ask the public, like, did you witness something there? Did you witness the offense committed in this area? And if the people around the area accepted it, they will sign and witness the fact. No, next one is coercion. What is coercion? The broad definition of coercion is the use of express or implied threats of violence or other intimidating behavior that puts a person in immediate fear of consequences in order to compel that person to act against his or her will. For example, if some person is being trafficked, is some kind of human trafficking has been happened in some point, they will act some kind of coercion to the convict. So they will be using express or implied threats. They will use violence. They will be doing intimidating behaviors, etc. So these are the things which will be done by, like, a psycho or an criminal to the convict. This is coercion. It is a violative act done by them. Code. A systematic and comprehensive compliance of laws, rules and regulations that are consolidated and classified according to subject matter. So like code of civil procedure, code of criminal procedure. So what is code? So code is like when a word is when a word has the word code, it means the whole act contains only the laws, the rules, the regulations of the specified subject matter. So if, for example, criminal procedure code, we have under criminal procedure code, we only have the laws, rules and regulations of criminal procedure. We do not have anything about civil procedure. We do not have anything about Indian penal code. We only have the laws, rules and regulations of the criminal procedure code. It is only classified and consolidated according to the specified subject matter. Cognizable. able to apprehend. So we have two types of cognizable offenses. So yes, cognizance is an offense. It has two types. First one is cognizable offense, and next one is non-cognizable offense. Compromise, a deal between the parties where each party gives up part of their demand. So it is to compromise between two parties, two persons, like that. Consent, when two parties entered into the contract, they should agree upon the same thing in the same manner. So it is a consent of the two parties. So for example, if any partnership company is being started and there are two parties, of course there are many parties, there are two parties, they are into a contract of starting a company, and the both parties should agree upon the same thing in the same manner, that the company will start in a good faith. So that is consent. We should have consent of each and every parties that who are about to join in the business, who are about to join in the company. Conspiracy. A conspiracy is an agreement between two or more persons to commit a crime or some time in the future. So where there are two or more persons, they plan to, like, we should kill him, we should kill her, some sort of crime they plan, and they plan to do it in the future, like only two or more persons, which include like this type of crime is known as conspiracy. Contempt. Contempt in law, insult to interferes with a violation of sovereign court or regulation body. Contempt of the court. Contempt of the court is which insulting the court, insulting the laws which is in the court is known as contempt. Next one is convention, a treaty between states. It is a treaty between the states. Defense, give an explanation against offense. Escheat, the property taken from the owner by the government if there is no legal heirs. For example, if a person is behind the bars, and the government will, what it will do now, the government will search for each and every property of the person behind the bars, and if there is no legal heir, if he is the only person, the convicted person is the only owner of the property, the government will take possession of the ownership of the property. Like that, they will not take possession of the ownership, they will the property will be snatched by the government until he is released. The property will be with the government. It is escheat. Estoppel, person from denying the truth a statement he has previously made. So if like said, some police officer, for example, for example, some sort of crime has happened in an area, okay, and the police officer, he comes and investigates the people in the area, like did the crime happen, what happened, who did the crime, and one person alone, he comes and says, yes, I saw who did the crime, I saw what happened, I was there. He was signed, and he signed the papers that he made an affidavit, and after some time he was presented in the court. He says, I did not see anything, I did not agree upon anything, I did not see anything. It is known as estoppel, a person from denying the truth a statement he has made previously. Admission. An admission is in the law of evidence is a prior statement by an adverse party which can be admitted into evidence over hearsay objection. In general, admissions are admissible in criminal and civil cases. So admission is it comes under the law of evidence. It is the evidence which is given by the party. So the evidence, it is admitted into the court over hearsay objection. Next one is homicide. Homicide, a killing of a human being by a human being. Okay. Bill of Rights, a statement of fundamental rights of citizenship, the first 10 amendment of the US Constitution. So Bill of Rights is, it is inspired from the US Constitution. Um, so what is it? A statement of, it has fundamental rights of a citizen. So we all know the fundamental rights of the citizen. It contains, the Bill of Rights contains the fundamental rights of the citizen. How much it contains? It contains the first 10 amendments of the US Constitution. Blockade, a situation in which a place is surrounded by soldiers or ships in order to prevent goods or people from reaching it. It is blockade. So like for example, some country like China, for example, China is secretly coming to India, and it wants secretly coming to India by sea, by ships. Then it contains bombs and many guns and explosives. Okay, so knowing this, Indian soldiers and ships surround the place to prevent the goods or people from reaching India. That is known as blockade. Bona fide, genuine, sincere, or in good faith. It is bona fide. Bylaws, a law made by a local authority. It only applies within the local authorities boundaries. So bylaws, which it does not apply to the whole of India. It only applies to the local authority because the law was made by the local authorities. It is bylaws. Capital, wealth in the form of money and assets, all the assets owned by a business. It is capital. Punishment. A punishment is a penalty inflicted on an offender through judicial procedure. So, if any person has committed an offence, he will be given a penalty such as a punishment. It is a compulsory judicial procedure. Charge, a formal accusation of criminal activity. To accuse. So, if someone is accused of some criminal activity, he will be charged by the police officer, and he will be brought in to the court of law. So, we have we saw the first 40 words, and the second part we will see in the next video. Okay guys, so thanks for watching, and if you want any other video regarding law or CS, please inform me in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Bye.